end of our scheduled time, so we can stay later. Just to wrap up a little bit, Kelly, given your role as state leadership of young people and political issues, which she's going to embarrass that, what would be your, like, what would you want people to take away from not just what we're trying to do here, but just in general with getting ready for 2008, people start to pay more attention?
To pay more attention. I think bottom line, I mean, I blame our media a lot for, we're so uninformed compared to most countries. I mean, our media is terrible. It's either fluff or it's drama. It's not really what's going on. It's about who's fighting with who. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I would like to tackle in my generation is media just needs to be redone. Like I love watching the BBC because it's just straight to the point. I actually read the news online because I can't stand watching even the local news. I can't stand it.
Except for Cairo.
I'm not involved with Cairo Television. We're a separate company. All crime.
But I think it's harder to stay informed, but it's so important. And I think, too, one of the things, too, about, things like ballot initiatives, they put them on, and they package them, like you were saying earlier, in a certain way, and there's no further discussion. And nobody talks about, okay, well, what are the implications of this 10 years down the road? And everybody gets, the Tim Eyman thing. You repeal the car tabs, okay, but now they won't even let them raise them to $80 compared to what it used to be. I mean, I think that's a fair game. And so people, oh yeah, I don't want to pay this up front, but now we're suffering the consequences right now. So I think people, they get so excited about things, they don't really take the time to really learn about it and realize the implications. So my biggest thing is just stay informed and keep on these people because they need to be kept in check.
Yeah. I certainly agree with that. And the other thing is to remember that, probably doesn't apply to this group, but anytime you can send out the message, if you don't vote, you literally don't exist in this system. When we were doorbelling, we got lists, walking lists. And who was on those walking lists? The people whose doors we were going to knock on. We rated them. We rated how often they had voted, A, B, C, D. We're only going to knock on the doors of the A voters. We're not going to waste our time as candidates knocking on the doors of people who don't vote. The lists that the pollsters use when they do opinion poll, they either do registered voters or likely voters. And registered voters are people who are just on the rolls, but the most important figure is likely voters, not the ones who are registered, but the ones who actually are likely to show up. And actually, people seem to hate polling. Polling's a good thing. Polling tells the candidates what's going through people's minds between elections. And they're very responsive to polls because some of them just want to get reelected because they like the perks, what few are left. But others genuinely want to know Dave Reicher's district's got to represent 900,000 people. The only way he finds out how they really feel is through some sort of polling. The only people they are going to call are likely voters. If you don't vote, you don't exist. You might as well not even be living here in terms of the decisions that are made on public policy. So it's beyond just having your vote counted at election time. It's about whether your opinion, whether you're even consulted when they're deciding what the issues in the election will be. They don't know unless they call you, and they don't call you unless you have voted.
It's a good message to end on. We'll just thank you to everyone who came out, and please keep in touch with us as well as stay active in general. Thank you for the news, and thank you all very much.